What if I told you that tonight, before you go to bed, one small adjustment to your pillow could stop those frustrating 3 a.m. wake ups for good? I'm not talking about expensive supplements, complicated sleep gadgets, or some extreme nighttime routine. I'm talking about something so simple that you'll wonder why nobody told you sooner. If you're tired of opening your eyes at exactly 3 o'clock in the morning, staring at the ceiling, feeling your heart beating a little too loud in the silence, and struggling to fall back asleep while your alarm clock gets closer and closer, then stay with me because what I'm about to share might completely change the way you sleep starting tonight. So many people message me saying, I don't have trouble falling asleep. I just keep waking up around 3 a.m. And here's the interesting part, this isn't random. Your body is not broken. Your brain is not sabotaging you. Most of the time, this pattern has a physical trigger, and one of the biggest hidden triggers is your pillow height and neck position. When you lie down at night, your head, neck, and upper spine need to stay in neutral alignment. That means your neck shouldn't be bent forward too much, tilted backward, or leaning to one side. But most pillows either push your head too far forward or let it drop too far back. And when that happens, your airway subtly narrows. You might not even notice it, but your body does. Here's what happens next. Around 3 a.m., you're usually in a deeper stage of sleep. Your muscles relax more. If your pillow is too high, your chin tucks slightly toward your chest. If it's too flat, your head falls back. Both positions can reduce airflow just enough to make your body think, something's not right. Your oxygen dips slightly. Your brain responds by releasing a small surge of stress hormones like adrenaline and cortisol to wake you up just enough to breathe better. And boom, your eyes open. It feels like anxiety. It feels like overthinking. But sometimes it's just mechanics. I want you to imagine your neck as a bridge between your brain and your body. Inside that neck are nerves, blood vessels, and your airway. If that bridge is bent awkwardly for hours, it creates tension. That tension can stimulate the nervous system, especially the sympathetic fight or flight response. Instead of staying calm and deeply asleep, your body stays slightly alert. This is why one simple pillow adjustment can make such a huge difference. Tonight, before you sleep, I want you to check one thing. Lie down in your usual position. Now pay attention. Is your chin tilting toward your chest? If yes, your pillow is probably too high. Is your head falling backward with your throat stretched open? Then your pillow might be too low. Ideally, your forehead and chin should be roughly level. Your neck should feel supported, not forced. If you're a back sleeper, you want a pillow that supports the natural curve of your neck without pushing your head forward. Sometimes that means using a slightly thinner pillow than you're used to. You can even test this by removing some stuffing if it's adjustable or folding a towel to fine-tune the height. If you're a side sleeper, your pillow should fill the space between your ear and the mattress. Not more, not less. When it's correct, your spine should look straight from the back of your head all the way down. If your head tilts downward, the pillow is too thin. If it tilts upward, it's too thick. Now let's talk about something most people ignore. Shoulder position. If your shoulder is jammed up toward your ear because your pillow is too low, that tension travels into your neck. Over hours, that strain can create microaerosols during sleep. You don't fully wake up at first, but by 3 a.m., your nervous system has had enough. Another factor is pressure on the vagus nerve. This nerve plays a massive role in calming your body. When your neck is compressed awkwardly, it can interfere with that calming signal. Instead of staying in deep parasympathetic rest mode, your body drifts toward alertness. And here's where it gets interesting. Around 3 a.m., your body temperature is at its lowest. Blood sugar can also dip slightly. If your breathing is even a little restricted because of poor pillow alignment, your body becomes more sensitive to that dip. It reacts faster, it wakes you up. That's why so many people who fix their pillow alignment notice something amazing within days. They don't wake up at 3 a.m. anymore, or if they do, they roll over and fall right back asleep instead of lying there wide awake. But I don't want you to just change your pillow randomly. I want you to test it like this. Tonight, before bed, lie down and place one hand gently on your stomach and one near your collarbone. Take a slow breath. If your upper chest rises more than your belly, your airway might not be optimally positioned. Now slightly adjust your pillow height and try again. When your neck is aligned properly, diaphragmatic breathing feels easier. There's another trick I love. Put a small rolled towel under your neck inside your pillowcase so it supports the curve without lifting your head too high. This tiny addition often stabilizes the cervical spine and reduces nighttime wake-ups dramatically. Now let's talk about jaw position. When your pillow pushes your head forward, your jaw can fall backward slightly. This narrows the airway even more. Some people even develop light snoring they don't realize they have. That snoring, even if it's mild, can fragment sleep and trigger those 3 a.m. awakenings. And here's something powerful. Your brain associates 3 a.m. wake ups with stress over time. The first few times might be physical, but then your mind starts anticipating it. You wake up and think, here we go again. That thought releases more cortisol. Suddenly, a small physical trigger becomes a mental cycle. By fixing the physical root cause, you break that loop. I've seen people try magnesium, melatonin, herbal teas, breathing apps, and still wake up at 3 a.m. But when they finally adjust their pillow height and neck alignment, the difference is immediate. Because sometimes the solution isn't chemical, it's structural. Now, I also want you to consider mattress firmness. If your mattress is too soft, your shoulders sink too far down, while your head stays elevated, bending your neck sideways. If it's too firm, your shoulder might not sink enough, pushing your head upward. Even adding a small pillow between your knees as a side sleeper can help keep your spine neutral and reduce tension traveling upward to your neck. Let's not forget hydration. No dehydration can thicken mucus in the airway, making breathing slightly harder at night. Combined with poor pillow alignment, that's a perfect recipe for 3 a.m. wake ups. Drink enough water during the day, but avoid heavy fluids right before bed so you're not waking to use the bathroom. And if you're thinking, but I wake up with anxiety, not breathing issues, remember this. Low oxygen or restricted airflow for even a short period can trigger anxiety-like sensations. Your body doesn't separate the two. Period can trigger anxiety-like sensations. Your body doesn't separate the two, it just knows it needs to wake you. I want you to think of sleep as a delicate balance. Your nervous system needs safety. Proper alignment signals safety. Easy breathing signals safety. Easy breathing signals safety. When your body feels safe, it stays asleep. So tonight, here's your simple action plan. Check your pillow height. Make sure your neck is neutral. Use a towel roll if need. D. Align your spine. Take a few slow belly breaths before sleeping, and then let your body do what it was designed to do. If you wake up at 3 a.m., don't panic, don't check your phone, just gently adjust your pillow again, slightly tuck or untuck your chin, take a slow breath, and notice how quickly your body settles when alignment improves. This isn't magic, it's physiology. The reason I love sharing simple adjustments like this is because they empower you. You don't need expensive sleep labs to experiment with alignment. You just need awareness. Your body wants deep sleep, it wants repair. Growth hormone release peaks during those deep nighttime hours. Your immune system resets, your brain clears metabolic waste. Every time you wake at 3 a.m. and stay awake for an hour, you interrupt that powerful restoration cycle. Imagine waking up tomorrow, feeling truly refreshed because you slept straight through. Imagine not dreading the middle of the night. Imagine your mood improving, your energy stabilizing, your cravings decreasing, simply because you finally stayed asleep. One pillow adjustment, that's all we're testing tonight. And I want you to comment tomorrow after you try this. Tell me what changed, because sometimes the smallest shifts create the biggest transformations. Sleep is not complicated, we just make it complicated. We just make it complicated. Go back to alignment, go back to breathing, go back to supporting your body the way it was designed to rest. Tonight, when you lay your head down, remember this conversation. Adjust, align, breathe, and let 3 a.m. become just another hour you peacefully sleep through instead of the hour that controls your life. Most people assume that waking up at 3 a.m. is purely psychological, something related to stress, anxiety, or an overactive mind, but in many cases, the real trigger is mechanical rather than mental. When you fall asleep, your body gradually transitions into deeper stages of rest. And as that happens, your muscles relax significantly, including the muscles around your neck, jaw, and airway. If your pillow is too high, it gently pushes your chin toward your chest, slightly compressing the front of your throat. If it is too low, your head can tilt backwards, stretching the airway in a way that narrows its internal space. These changes are subtle and often go unnoticed. Yet, your body is extremely sensitive to even small restrictions in airflow. During the early part of the night, you may not feel any effect, but as you move into deeper sleep cycles, especially in the early morning hours, muscle relaxation increases and the airway can become even more compromised. Around 3 a.m., your body is typically in a vulnerable physiological window. Core body temperature is lower, blood pressure shifts, and breathing patterns change. If airflow becomes slightly restricted due to poor neck alignment, oxygen levels can dip just enough to trigger a protective response from your brain. This response does not need to be dramatic. It can be a mild surge of stress hormones such as cortisol or adrenaline, just enough to pull you out of deep sleep and into a lighter stage of consciousness. You suddenly find yourself awake, often with a racing heart or a feeling of alertness that seems disproportionate to the quiet darkness around you. It feels like anxiety, but in reality, it may simply be your body correcting a breathing issue caused by head and neck positioning. What makes this situation frustrating is that once you are awake, your thoughts begin to engage. You look at the clock, see 3:07 a.m., and immediately associate it with previous restless nights. That mental association amplifies the physical trigger. Now it becomes a cycle. A small mechanical issue leads to a brief awakening, which leads to worry, which leads to more cortisol release, making it harder to fall back asleep. Over time, you start believing you have insomnia or chronic anxiety, when in fact the root cause might be as simple as pillow height. Your neck acts as a structural bridge between your brain and body, housing not only the airway, but also major blood vessels and critical nerves. When that bridge is misaligned for hours each night, it creates low-grade tension. That tension can stimulate the sympathetic nervous system, the part responsible for fight or flight responses. Even if you are unaware of it, your body senses instability. It prioritizes safety over sleep. Proper alignment, on the other hand, allows smooth airflow, steady oxygen levels, and relaxed nerve signaling, which reduces the likelihood of stress hormone surges during deep sleep cycles and minimizes those disruptive awakenings that repeatedly pull you out of restorative rest at the same frustrating hour every night. Deep, uninterrupted sleep depends heavily on whether your nervous system feels safe enough to fully relax, and one of the most overlooked signals of safety is proper neck alignment. When you lie down at night, your brain constantly monitors physical stability, breathing patterns, and muscle tension. If your neck is bent too far forward because your pillow is too thick, or tilted backward because it is too flat, small muscles in the cervical spine remain slightly engaged instead of fully relaxing. That subtle tension may not cause pain, but it prevents your body from completely shifting into a parasympathetic state, the calm rest and digest mode that allows deep sleep to occur naturally. The cervical spine is not just a stack of bones holding up your head. It houses delicate nerves, major blood vessels, and supports the airway that delivers oxygen to your brain. When alignment is off for several hours, it can place uneven pressure on joints and soft tissues, leading to microadjustments throughout the night. Each of these microadjustments may briefly activate the nervous system. You might not consciously wake up at first, but your sleep becomes lighter and more fragile. As the night progresses and you enter deeper stages of sleep, your muscles relax more profoundly. If your neck is unsupported, that relaxation can exaggerate the misalignment, making breathing slightly more difficult and increasing strain on surrounding structures. Another important factor is the vagus nerve, which plays a central role in calming heart rate, regulating breathing, and promoting relaxation. This nerve travels through the neck, and while it is protected within the body, surrounding muscular tension and poor posture can influence how efficiently your nervous system communicates. When your neck is in a neutral, supported position, signals between your brain and body flow smoothly. Your breathing becomes more diaphragmatic, your heart rate steadies, and your stress hormone levels remain low. But when the neck is strained or compressed, your body may interpret that mechanical instability as a subtle threat, increasing sympathetic activity just enough to pull you toward wakefulness. For side sleepers, if the pillow does not properly fill the space between the ear and shoulder, the head tilts either upward or downward. That tilt creates lateral strain, forcing muscles on one side of the neck to work harder. Over several hours, this imbalance can stimulate low-level stress responses. For back sleepers, an unsupported natural curve can flatten the cervical spine, reducing comfort and potentially narrowing the airway. Even jaw position is influenced by pillow height, and a backward falling jaw can reduce airflow and encourage shallow breathing patterns that disturb sleep stability. When alignment is correct, something remarkable happens. Breathing feels effortless, the jaw rests naturally, and the spine maintains its gentle curves. The nervous system senses stability and reduces its guard. Cortisol remains low, heart rhythm stays steady, and deep sleep cycles continue uninterrupted. That feeling of safety allows your body to remain in restorative mode instead of switching into alertness in the early morning hours, preventing the cascade of tension and hormonal activation that so often leads to those frustrating 3 a.m. awakenings that leave you staring into the darkness, feeling wide awake without understanding why.